Hello, thank you so much for coming and joining us today. My name is Andrew Duncan with Cloud Adoption Solutions, and I'm here with another installment of Trailblazers We Love. Today, we have the amazing Chrystalin Popp. She is one of our most valued members on the team at Cloud Adoption Solutions, and I'm so excited to have her here today. Thank you so much, Chrystalin.
Thanks for having me, Andrew.
For those who might not know you, Chrystalin, could you give us a quick snapshot as to what you do at Cloud Adoption Solutions?
So I am on the delivery team and I am a Salesforce administrator. I work with a variety of clients in many different industries, helping them understand their Salesforce org a bit better, optimizing their functions with automation. And I suppose I'm the main person that provides documentation as well for users and training.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for being here. I'm so excited to hear what you have to say about, some of these Salesforce questions that we have for you. So I think we should start at the beginning. Like, what kicked off your Salesforce journey? I know you have one of those amazing, stories of coming into becoming a Salesforce admin. So could you give us a snapshot of what that was like?
Absolutely. So, like many people, I never planned on getting into Salesforce. Complete accident. So I was a user in a couple of different roles that I had before I went into the events industry. I was a director of events at a business to business company when all of a sudden COVID hit. And during the plague times, no one really wanted to run events. So that came to a standstill. Unfortunately, my department was laid off. And I had to come to a decision with what I wanted to do with my career. With these interesting times. So my husband's actually a Salesforce architect. And I had on and off been going on to Salesforce's wonderful free learning platform, Trailhead.
Yeah.
And I had already started earning points and badges. And I had, occasionally started going back to that. And he asked me, well, you already have a lot of points. You're halfway on your way to becoming a ranger, which is a rank there. Why don't you just do Salesforce? Said, you know what? That's not a terrible idea. So I started learning more. I got my certification. I was very fortunate to be accepted into the Salesforce Talent Alliance Fellowship Program. And then I was hired by this wonderful company, and you guys made me a permanent team member, which I've been very happy about. So thanks for that.
Yeah, of course. And shout out to the Salesforce Talent Alliance. It's a wonderful program. They produce obviously some really incredible Salesforce talent. So yeah, we're so happy that we found you there and to have you on the team. And it's a great story. So glad to share that you were able to share with everybody. Okay, so as someone who, was brought into Salesforce and did your training on your own and really got after learning how to use Salesforce, what is to you the best place to go for Salesforce learning? What's that resource that you are turning to learn more about Salesforce?
So Trailhead is definitely number one.
Right.
Salesforce is pretty fantastic. It's not only free, which was great while I was between jobs.
Right.
And I'm sure everyone can appreciate not having to pay sometimes the exorbitant fees some of these software training programs have. Right. And specifically for testing, Focus on Force was excellent. Their practice tests are invaluable. And the Trailblazer community, honestly, has been great. If there was anything I couldn't figure out or any issues I ran into, even with a vague, not very great explanation for me as I was, easing into the ecosystem and learning more technical jargon, everyone was really great about helping me out and at least pointing me in the right direction to find the resources I needed to solve the issue. So.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about. That community is incredible, and Trailblaze, yeah, the Trailhead and Trailblazing stuff it's really the best in the world, and it is free, which is even better. I think anybody can appreciate. Yeah. So as someone who is really plugged into that community, really understands what Salesforce is all about. What is for you a prediction about the Salesforce future? I know that it's kind of hard to say, hey, what's the future going to look like? It's changing so quickly and so often, but could you give me maybe a little guess into what you think might be coming for Salesforce?
Well, in general, I really think that Salesforce is only going to become more and more relevant to more businesses,
Sure.
especially with COVID. Everyone had to pivot very rapidly to make everything digital and online and accessible to people in a way that they've never had to do before. So I think that that's only going to continue to expand. There's a lot of opportunity here already in this ecosystem, and I think that's only going to continue to be on the rise. Certainly, I think that there is going to be some interesting updates coming with some of
Yeah.
the releases where they're changing some of their main features around, which I'm excited to help our clients navigate for sure. So I guess those would be my predictions. A little vague, like you said, it's a bit unpredictable. You never know what the future is going to hold. I mean, certainly no one saw COVID coming and the rapid, explosive growth that's happened in the last couple of years.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been incredible, and it's going to be really crazy to see what the next couple of years holds. So I guess what's another? I do have another question for you. What's another like Salesforce secret? I know that you're in users orgs all day long, making changes and customizing and developing. So what's something that you're seeing out there, and you're like, oh my god, more people need to know about this? It's such a secret.
Mm, there's so many great things about Salesforce. It's a bit difficult to choose. I would say one thing is just the power of list views and the Kanban board views. Like the ability to really easily see what your leads are, what your contacts are, what stage your different records are in is very important. And it's a nice at a glance view that people can manipulate and just drag and drop very easily. So not a lot of people know about that view
Yeah.
when they're looking at the normal list view. So I think that's a really good resource to utilize. Otherwise, I think just really the power of Salesforce and its ability to greatly impact your reporting metrics. I don't think people really utilize it to its fullest extent.
Sure.
So there's definitely been a lot of additions to fields and automation I've been adding for clients so that they can keep track of their metrics better. And that's been really exciting for both me and for them.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think a really good way to stay on top of those different new things that are coming out and some of those new features is to follow us here on YouTube. We do a lot of videos on different ways to get the most out of your Salesforce. So, right there, Chrystalin, she knows exactly what you need. So definitely give us a call too if you have any problems. But Chrystalin, I know that you are a person of many talents. You have a lot of interests outside of Salesforce as well. So could you give us like one thing that you're really into right now that maybe somebody else out there might also be into or might want to try outside of Salesforce?
Sure. Well, now that things around COVID are relaxing a bit more, I've actually been venturing outside of my house again, which is a nice change.
Yeah.
I am an avid gamer and both video games and board games, tabletop. I love it all. And I've lost my husband to Elden Ring.
Yes.
I'm sure many are familiar with that release.
I've lost many hours. Many hours.
So I just don't expect to hear from him for 3 hours after work. He is lost to that world. Very fun game. I highly recommend. He loves it. But Kickstarter was my guilty pleasure over COVID. So I'm really excited to try all of these new games that are slowly filtering in. I recommend Sabotage. That was my most recent fun game where I like bubble tea. It's one of my favorite drinks. And for this little card game, if you've ever played Sushi Go, where you have to collect like little sets of, sushi, it's kind of similar. You play the part of a tea shop owner and you're trying to get a certain amount of sets with different cards and you completely sabotage the other person. It's just me and my husband right now. So we're really excited to get other people involved so that we're not just completely sabotaging each other every night.
Yeah, right.
So, yeah.
No, that sounds really fun. We'll have to play that on our company retreat coming up. We'll have to make you the games master. Should be fun.
Oh no, I'm not sure you want that. You'll have way too many games. You won't even
Too
know what
many
to do with
games.
yourself.
Well, thank you so much. I know that you're super busy, so I appreciate you taking, the time out of your schedule to meet with me and for our viewers to hear more from you. So what we're going to do is we're going to put Crystalin's social media in the description here, so you guys can connect with her on LinkedIn, see what she's up to at Cloud Adoption Solutions. And we're just really thankful to have you on board, Chrystalin. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here, and I look forward to making some new connections, hopefully sometime soon.
It'll be great. Well, thank you so much, everybody, for watching. Once again, my name is Andrew with Cloud Adoption Solutions, a 100% women-owned Salesforce partner. We are very eager to speak with anyone who does have Salesforce questions or needs, or just wants to connect with us and see more about Salesforce. So give us a call or an email. All of our information will be in the description. So thank you so much. Have a great day.